Friday, we drove Evan to Temple to see his ENT. Unfortunately, his right ear tube has worked its way out. He has some fluid in that ear, and his eardrum is no longer functioning properly, so he has some pretty significant hearing loss. So we scheduled surgery for a couple of weeks to get that tube placed back in, and hopefully that will correct some of the hearing loss. Evan did great at the doctor. He loved the whole experience. He was very willing and helpful and had a good time. Hey guys, welcome back. I think it's been close to a week since we've put out a video, so I wanted to definitely check in and say hello. We just celebrated Memorial Day weekend with our family. Emma and her kids were here the whole time from Friday through Tuesday. So it was definitely a full weekend. We went to a museum called the Mayburn at Baylor University with the kids, and the kids had so much fun. They have like a lot of things for them to play and explore with. So it is so hot here in Texas that really you can't do anything outside. Sorry, Brian is sending me paint colors. You really just can't do anything outside, and because we're in that tiny mother-in-law suite, it gets much when there are a ton of people just stuck in that space. So we tried to find little things to do here and there. It was really fun. The kids enjoyed each other. Danny started for the first time actually calling Evan Uncle Evan, which is really cute and funny all at the same time. But I will say, I don't know if it was just the busyness, and then I didn't do anything around the house. We just all kind of hung out together. I am so tired. We've had a ton of rain and a ton of storms. We were out of Wi-Fi starting probably at dinner time last night through almost lunch this morning today. So it's just been weird. Evan is at swim lessons right now. I just took Esme to church for a youth event, and I have a little over an hour until I have to pick her up. So I am here, I don't know if you can see it, at Hobby Lobby. And I'm excited, but I don't really have energy to go in there and... Okay, somebody was walking by and I felt so silly talking to myself. I don't have the energy to really enjoy this. So the lighting is weird. So I'm trying to take a deep breath. I just got a big kind of Mexican spud from Jason's Deli. I ate half of it. I'll probably take the rest home for Brian. It was very good. They have really good pico on there. So we're gonna go and see what we can find. We have had some more communication with the builder, kind of forced upon by us. Communication has been really lacking, and they still say that we are moving in the end of July. I don't see how that's possible because they aren't really coming and things aren't moving, but I'm hopeful in that because it's almost June. So I'm gonna print out a calendar tomorrow of just a blank calendar of June and July, and then tape it to the fridge, and every day with a marker I'm gonna pick X. August 17th will be the 1-year anniversary since the fire. So we're really pushing on being out of our home for an entire year. And I feel like we are all now at the point where it feels like it's been that long. So this will be a fun distraction. Let's go see what we can find. Aunt Jen's leading us on an adventure, guys. What also was so neat about this weekend is that my sister Jennifer also had her grandkids with her. So we made a plan early Saturday morning to meet up at the farmer's market, which is in downtown Waco. And it is a really cool place. They have great tacos, great food, lots of fun farmers and vendors, and the kids really enjoyed being together and seeing all the people, making new friends. They had some live music. There were lots of dogs and animals, and it was a really fun time. Brian actually bought quite a few things that I will share about later. Some supplements, some really yummy jams from a local farmer. So we really had a nice time. Although I will say, even though we went right when it opened, it got hot very, very quickly. So we made a plan to follow Aunt Jen to a coffee shop down the street that was attached to a local church. And why she chose this place is they have a really big spread out space, and then also a place for the kids to play while you enjoy your coffee. So it was a great distraction. The boys really loved to be in the play area, and then they actually really loved these leather chairs where they could sit next to each other by the window. We actually went and looked at the tag because these are great. I sat in them too, and they're very comfortable, and they're very lightweight, and they can stack up easily. So we're definitely going to make a purchase of a couple of these chairs for our living room. You know, every time that Danny and Tommy come, their bond and their friendship just continues to grow. We always laugh and wonder, you know, fast forward 5 years from now, what Uncle Evan and Danny and Tommy, what troubles, what adventures they'll be getting into together. They are just so precious. They wake up in the morning, and when they see each other, they hug and, you know, give each other a high five. They really miss each other. Thank God for FaceTime, because we FaceTime almost every day, so they get that connection when they're not there. It also was really fun for us to be with Hannah, my niece's kids. You know, kids grow so fast, so it's so fun to see her girls, their little personalities, and get to know them better. Again, it was super hot, so this was a welcome reprieve from the Texas heat. But we actually, from here, ended up going to the Mayburn Museum, like I mentioned earlier. We went ahead and got a yearly membership so that we can take Evan every time, you know, we need to get out of the house for a little bit. He loved this one area where it was a play place where you could choose to do the grocery store or pretend, lots of pretend imaginative play where you're on a lake or you're in a cave. And he loved to chase all of his friends around, and Danny and Tommy. And overall, they got along really well during this time. I also want to say that we get the comment about, God, your kids are spaced so far apart. You know, I have a 23-year-old and an 8-year-old, and it really is a blessing. I think there's no rules to how God, you know, grows your family. And so I think it's always so sweet for me to see, you know, my kids still at home now being aunts and uncles, and they're able to, you know, walk with Emma through this season of life where she is, you know, having babies, and they're able to experience that while they're still at home. It's just really, really sweet. The boys also had a great time. Chris and Everett and Brian went to a movie and went to Topgolf and went out to dinner. They had such a good time. Actually, Everett and Chris are really close, and it's fun that they get to spend more time together. Where are we? Tom Tom? We're at McDonald's. Can you say McDonald's?
McDonald's!
Yay! Okay, this is my very random small Hobby Lobby order. Sweet Evan is on his iPad with his earphones, but he's really fired up about the video. So he is cheering them on in the background, but we can go through this. So this is all for the new house. I prefer when I can find real dried florals instead of artificial greenery. And so it was funny when I brought this home, Esme was like, Mom, you've had this before. Yeah, I like it. It's really pretty. So this was 40% off of $15.99, and I'm going to keep it in this packaging and then in this basket, and bag, and I'm not gonna probably put this in the garage. I'll just put it on the top shelf in our room to kind of keep it nice until I can get it in a vase. And then I loved this pillow. This was they had a lot of clearance items. This was $25.99 with, I think, 50% off for clearance. And it's this really pretty like rust color. I don't know where I'm using it. Probably the master bedroom, but we will see. It's very, very pretty.
Hey!
Yay! He's fired up. And then I got 3 of these acrylic scoopers for the pantry. I'd had a bunch of these, but this is definitely, even if this is something that the restoration company cleaned from my research, anything that's plastic really can hold the toxic chemicals from the spray foam insulation that melted during the fire. So I'm going to throw those out if I get those back. I don't plan to get them back, but got 3 of these. These was in the pantry section of Hobby Lobby that I've never really walked through. It's in the back of the store. And then this little vase is like a creamy color, and it was clearanced to $2.49, regularly $9.99. It's a cute little bud vase. Here is Juno. This is not food, so I shouldn't get all the comments, but there she is. And then all their spring stuff was 50% off, and these were really cute. So these were $2.50 on sale, and I'm going to put these in our front flower beds. I bought that bunny bird bath, so I'm trying to add a few other little features to the flower beds to kind of give them some more interest. And then Evan really likes sensory things when he's frustrated or maybe in a timeout, or even if we're reading or needing to be quiet. So this was in there. They have a really cool teachers section at Hobby Lobby. This was not on sale, but I went ahead and got him this for maybe when we're riding in the car or reading a book, or times when he needs to be still and quiet. And then my grandson, Daniel, is turning 3 in July, and I'm going to help Emma do all the decorations for his party. And so I saw this on an end cap. It was 99 cents, so you just blow it up with the little straw that's in there. So we'll use that at his party. As of now, he wants to have a Spider-Man party, so we will see. And then lastly, I got these 3 candlesticks. They were all on clearance. This one was $6.99 from 27. This was $5.49 from 21, and this was $4.22 from 16. So I also got these really pretty, it's almost like a purpley gray taper candles that were on sale for 37 cents. So they look really pretty in there. I'm not going to put the candles in the garage. I'm afraid they'll melt. It's 100 degrees already. So just a small little treasures I found as I walked through the store. Very fun.